Hey, hey. Catch a case, don't snitch, that's Mando. Ride for your click, that's Mando. Rope hit a lick, that's Mando. Always with the shits, that's Mando. Hey, that's Mando.
Alrighty guys, so for today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and swap in my stock thermostat into the SRT. The reason I'm doing this is because now that it's a little colder out, I don't really need the racing thermostat in there anymore. The car seems to be running just fine. And having the aftermarket thermostat, the 180, which is like the racing thermostat, does actually make the car throw a check engine light if it's not tuned. Now obviously nothing is happening to the car, it's not being damaged or anything like that, but it's just that the computer of the car thinks that there's something wrong because the thermostat is opening up so soon at 180 degrees versus a 202, I believe the stock one opens up at. So I'm going to go ahead and just hold on to the aftermarket or the racing thermostat, and if the summer rolls around again and it gets warm outside, I'll go ahead and throw it in there. It's really easy to do, so that's why I'm just going to go ahead and throw in the stock one, wipe the code, the check engine code, and I should be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the car in and we'll get right to it. So as you can see there, this garage is really tight. It's kind of takes some getting used to pull into, especially when I was used to like a 2-car garage. Going back to a 1-car garage is not easy, but nonetheless, it's a garage and I can't really complain too much. So let's go ahead and pop the hood and get right to it. Before I go ahead and remove this, I'm gonna go ahead and give it probably like 10-15 minutes. Let it cool off a little bit. It's not good to start working on something, especially coolant when it's hot. You definitely don't want to get burned. So just something to keep in mind. You want to go ahead and make sure that it cools off before you jump in there and start working on it. So found the right socket. Here we go, and this is a 13. So if you are wondering what it is, it's a 13, socket size 13. We'll go ahead and do the trick. So have everything ready to go. I'm just gonna go ahead and wait till things cool off and then we're good to go. Alrighty guys, so I've waited about half an hour. Things are much cooler now, so I think we're good to go ahead and get this done. I'm gonna give you guys a nice close-up so you can see exactly what I'm doing here and what to do yourself. So this is the hose that you're gonna go ahead and remove. There's 2 bolts to it, one over here on the back of it towards the bottom and one right here towards the front of the engine. So I want to go ahead and remove these. I went ahead and put an extension on my socket to make it easier to wrench back here. So once you get it situated, you can go ahead and just kind of get it off. It's going to be really easy to get off, really. But the moment you do get it off, you want to go ahead and tilt this hose upward so you don't spill too much coolant. Because whatever coolant we end up spilling, we're going to have to put back in. So that's just something to keep in mind. So the moment you go ahead and open this up, I'm going to go ahead and tilt it upwards so that the fluid doesn't come rushing out and get all over your engine bay. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna put my bolt back in and just connect them. Set it back in place. All right, so let's go ahead and put these together and start tightening down everything. Make sure to evenly tighten between the 2 bolts so that you have a nice secure connection. Make sure there's nothing in the way. The towel right here so you don't scratch anything. Alright, so that is that. So I'm going to take this towel that I brought in and wipe everything down so you don't get any smell of coolant or anything like that. So I'm just going to wipe everything inside the engine bay. Okay guys, so I went ahead and got the racing thermostat out. There it is. This is a Mishimoto 180 degree racing thermostat. I'm gonna go ahead and put it aside. Everything's done right here. Tightened the bolts, took any excess fluid out of there, cleaned it up with some rags. And if we look at the coolant, it hasn't dropped too much, which is a good sign. That means you didn't spill too much coolant out of there. I'm gonna go ahead and add some coolant in once I have the car running, just to see exactly how much I need. But as of right now, we're done with this part of the change. We're gonna go ahead and start the car up. Make sure that there's no leaks, so that's why you need to wipe everything down, so make sure that there's no leaks anywhere, and then we can clear the code. So I started her up. Now we're just going to make sure that there's no clean coolant leaking out anywhere, and I don't see anything, which is good. And then also I want to keep an eye on the coolant level. And right now it's just at the low mark, so I'm just going to add more back in as soon as I turn it off. Okay, as you saw there was no coolant or any smoke or anything out of the usual. The coolant level did drop a little bit, which is totally normal because the coolant gets flushed into the system, so it might drop a little bit, which is something I expected. So all you got to do is just add some more back in there. Alrighty guys, a little while later, I got a little occupied there, but now it's time to go ahead and reset the check engine light that I have. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and use this V-Gate scanner. This is a cheap kind of like Chinese scanner that I picked up online. Pretty much you plug it in to your OBD2 port, and then it allows you to reset check engine codes or read codes, do a bunch of stuff, and there's a bunch of apps that work with it. I will be using my Android phone just because I can't seem to find an app on the Apple Store that'll support it. So if you know one, make sure to let me know of it. So yeah, it's just very easy. We're gonna go ahead and plug it down here. See it or not, but it plugs in right there. It has a light that illuminates to let you know that it's working. Once that's done, we're going to go ahead and grab our phone. So here's my Android device that I'll be using. So once that's loaded up, we're going to go ahead and hit the Torque app, which is the app that I use, and load it up to make sure that it's working. And we're going to go ahead and turn the car on to the run position. There we go. Now we're going to read the codes. So find fault codes, show fault codes. And there it is. It's P0. That's the code. So it's P0128. And that's the one we want to clear. So now we're going to go ahead and go back. Fault codes. And we want to clear fault codes right there. So once we click that, and it'll give you like a warning that you should do the proper thing before you clear it, and we did. We switched the thermostat out. Once you click it, it should go ahead and clear it once you start up the car. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my garage now and start up the car, and it should be good to go. So let's just make sure that the code's not there. Once again, we'll look for the code. And it didn't find anything, no fault codes. So that's it, pretty much all cleared. Go ahead and we can go ahead and turn off the car and disconnect the scanner. Just like that. And put that away. And we're good to go. Okay guys, now the moment of truth. We're gonna go ahead and start up the car, and hopefully that check engine light will be gone. There it is. It is no longer there, which is awesome. Okay guys, so I pulled up my SRT pages just to look at the coolant temps, and as you can see there, we're staying at 202 in the 200 range, and this thermostat is rated for 203, so that means it's working perfectly well. There, as you can see it now, it's exactly 203. Now my coolant or my engine temps usually stay pretty low, just because I do have the Hellcat airbox installed on this car with a K&N performance filter, so that obviously helps with that cooling. And if you know anything about these big Hemi engines, is that they don't like heat, so the goal is to keep them running nice and cool. Obviously not too cool to the point that they're not being efficient, but you know, I found that these mods have definitely helped the car quite a bit, so that's why I do recommend them. As you can see there, temperature is holding under the half mark, which is great, and 203 right there, which is exactly what the thermostat is supposed to be at. So yeah, I'm pulling up to the auto parts store now. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of coolant, add it in, and we should be good to go. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pop my hood once again, just to make sure that the coolant hasn't dropped too much and we don't have any leaks. That's very important to keep your eye on that, especially after swapping something out, just to make sure everything is back in working order. Okay guys, just wrapped up at O'Reilly's. Ended up picking up the coolant that I needed, fresh jug of that, and also got this microfiber drying towel, just because the rainwater right now is on the car, so I have to clean it tomorrow to make sure to get everything off. And I've been wanting one of these. It's very big, and it should help with getting the car dry. I hate drying. It's one of the things that I dread the most, so this should help out. So yeah, I mean, that is pretty much it for this video. I'm going to crank the lights on here real quick so you guys can see me at least. There we go. So that's gonna go ahead and wrap up this video, guys. Sorry, it kind of took a while. You know, I kind of worked through the day and got a little distracted here and there, but everything is done. The old thermostat is back in place now. Check engine light is cleared. And a big reason I wanted to clear the check engine light was because anytime you have a check engine light on, your remote start does not work. I mean, it'll work, it'll turn the car on, and then the car will turn off because the check engine light is there. So that was very frustrating, and I didn't like to clear it constantly. So this should take care of that for now, and then once the summer rolls back around, we'll go ahead and swap it in, just to make sure that the Hemi is always running nice and cool and making the power that it should be. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you're new to my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I see a lot of you guys watch the videos but are not subscribed. Do me a favor, smash that subscribe button, become part of the channel. Thank you so much. Rush SRT signing out. Peace.